officially have no dropped frames. And let's see if we can recover from that crap fest. I have a feeling the stream is just going to be perpetually tanked for the rest of the night due to the many alerts that people will have gotten today, because I set my stream as a waiting stream, and then I accidentally launched it as a new stream, ended that one, launched it as the actual stream, ended that one, and now I'm on a third stream for the night. Mr. Twirtles has some news. What is this news, Mr. Twirtles? You're going to be an uncle in about 7 to 8 months. That's pretty exciting. Congratulations. Wiz has a feeling that tonight is going to be a good night. If it ends with me getting a Jirachi, it's going to be a fantastic night. It's Mr. Twirtle's turn for the internet to tank. Good news is, it's not mine. For now. It's like, now I'm left wondering, how much stream time did I get in? I have no idea how long I actually streamed for before it tanked on me. I heard things about storms in Texas. You had snow in your area of Michigan. We had snow the other day. It was terrible. I honestly don't think it's normal anywhere. It was no rain, then light rain, heavy rain, to thunderstorm, no rain again. Literally a roller coaster. Sounds like it. Oh my gosh, Mr. Turtles, the coffee and cookies and cream one were actually super good. More so on the coffee, like they were both good, but the coffee was my favorite. I think. I think it was my favorite. You got coupons for those? Very nice. You've been nervous to buy them? Well, they are really good. I've got nothing but good things to say about the Rogue energy drinks. Even the flavors that I typically don't like anywhere else, I still liked. Like the cherry limeade. Usually I hate artificial cherry flavoring, but this one doesn't taste like cough syrup. It actually tastes like the cherry flavoring it's supposed to. Yeah, I'm with you there, Mr. Turtles. Like, I love the taste of coffee. I don't exactly like drinking coffee, but I love the taste of it. It's weird. Coffee is the only thing that helps on nights when you can't sleep. It is interesting how that works. I used to be at a point where if I drank coffee, it would knock me out, but it would make me dizzy, then knock me out. It wouldn't just put me to sleep. Ooh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Stupid Mudkip. Why are you like this? It would be better than chugging a Red Bull. Yeah, the cat just got kicked out of her bedroom. She's not happy about it. The cat that is meowing, her name is Fiona. Ashton, my favorite evolution is Umbreon. Always Umbreon. I can be persuaded on Espeon, but Umbreon. That's funny. The reason for this is Pokemon Coliseum. Oh, critical hit. Mudkip, come on, bro. Umbreon is like such a delightful tank in Pokemon Coliseum, and Espeon is a glass cannon, so they're a really good tag team. I said I deleted things? What did I delete? You don't think you've seen every review on the energy drink, so what is your favorite and least favorite? Let me... So there's this like raspberry peach hydration. I think that one's gotta be my favorite out of all of them. If we're talking exclusively the energy drinks, the pink lemonade. I'm a sucker for pink lemonade, like really. And then the coffee was my favorite of the I forget what they were called. They're not protein shakes. Just the shakes? I guess they were just called the shakes. Oh, yes. I deleted things to make the frame better. Yes, I did. I prefer sweet snacks. Yeah, if I'm going, like, I really want a snack right now, like, 3/4 of the time it's going to be something sweet like chocolate or Nerds candy. Okay, this Mudkip's critical hit is insane. Ooh, Lay's baked barbecue flavor. Pretty good choices. Had to go back because of a stupid lag spike. Eesh. Alright, Besto. You had the best time playing My Hero Academia. I have been intrigued by that game. I should like to play it at some point. If only your router would work right now. I feel that, Mr. Twirtles, so much, in my soul, even. Hello there. Sorry, I'm looking at your name. And, like, my brain is computing the symbols that I should know them. And I feel like that says Utetsu. Is that correct? Lex, that's not even Ni. No, it's not a U. Is it a U? The last part I feel is Tetsu. I want to say Kotetsu. But that's not a Ko. Oh, gosh dang it. It's definitely Hiragana, though. it is Kotetsu. Haha. Got it. Welcome to the stream, Kotetsu. I think Brass needs a lot more Duolingo lessons, to be honest. Brasscoin hasn't done Duolingo in like over a year and a half. Gotta love how when you only know how to say various phrases that include lettuce. Hey, let me know when you know how to scream my cabbages, because that's where it's gonna be at. In other news, let me check my email real fast. Sounds weird to check email on a stream, I know, but there is a reason for it. Oh wait, no, it is that one. Oops. Oh, it is so annoying when your Joy-Cons break. Like, that is pretty terrible. I mean, it's pretty not bad. We're gonna have to show you guys this on stream. Oh, come on. Why are we not popping up? Okay. I just got word that this just got done and returned to me, so hopefully it doesn't like screw up everything. But image, add source. So I sent out on Fiverr a request to have this made. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of that coin? Like, how does that look to you guys? That's the important part, right there. We'll put it... Oh shoot, oh shoot. We'll put it down here, so I can still see the game. So like, I had it based on my original channel logo. And we're just gonna go here, 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 here. Ooh, that's huge. I apologize for that. So like, that was my original channel logo. How do you think they did with the coin? Do you think it's acceptable? Should I ask for a revision? Do you think it's good? Oh, it probably is Blender, honestly. But this is specifically for a 3D printable file that I had done. But like, I love the back of the coin. The front is a little iffy, but like, I think overall they did a pretty good job for turning it into a digitized version. I dig it. The eyes weird me out a little bit, but oh yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. Raise the pupils so it's not quite a void. But overall, I think they did a good job. I shall request a revision on that front. But yeah, I think it looks great. A little bit weird at first, but it grew on me fast. Because y'all said that I should have a brass coin made, and I'm still trying to figure out how I need to go about doing that, honestly. So are we going to be able to print this ourselves, or will we be selling it on site? Selling it on a site. So the idea that I had for this was I requested it be made, and then I'm going to 3D print one of them. And at that point, I want to press it into some molding sand and actually pour molten brass into the mold and actually get a brass coin out of it. That's the idea behind the creation thereof. I don't know, in talking to my brother who's smelted metal before, just for the heck of it, I don't know how easy it's gonna be. He said if I'm doing like a coin, I would want to do a lead mold, which I have no idea how I'd even get, but yeah, it's to actually mint a brass coin, because everybody thought that would be cool. But if I can't get that to pan out, then it will just be a 3D printable brass coin, and I'll be selling it on a site. I'd greatly prefer to have an actual metal version, however. 10 out of 10 idea, you would buy it. Good to know, good to know. I think that rendition like cost me $15 to have that 3D printable structure made, and then I'll have to get with somebody to actually print some. Lex, you are able to ask for streaming tips. I'm not sure I'm the best person to give them, but I will gladly provide advice where I know what I'm giving advice for. when I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. Ooh, oops. Ah, that's okay. We had a high save time anyways. Let's see if we can get it back to 7 minutes. Do I think the webcam is absolutely needed for gaming stuff? For the most part, it isn't needed for art stuff. Lex, first of all, let's establish what are you trying to do with your channel specifically? Because figuring out what you want to do is going to determine your niche audience, which will then determine what you need to do it. Like if you're going to be doing art or video gaming, you don't necessarily need a webcam. But it also depends on what target audience you're going for. Because some people want to just watch a video without having a person in it. Other people want to have the connection that was talked about in one of my earlier streams. Well, the stream earlier today. That I believe it was Dr. Snepper that was given the praise and kudos, and among others. But some people want a person to look at and talk to, and they feel a growing bond and a relationship that way, and a connection with the streamer that way. Other people are watching like how-to videos, and more of those videos like telling stories and so on. I would say for the most part, let's see, a mixed chill, gaming, Stardew and MC, some digital drawing. You're extremely nervous to show your face online. Okay. So I think with those things, you would do well without a webcam. You could have a channel without a webcam on those ones. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mr. Twirtles. I'm sure there are a number of libraries that have them. Because, I mean, Lex, back to your question. If you're doing digital drawing, most people are going to be looking at your tablet and what you're actually doing. So that there's two ways that you could go about doing that. One is getting a screen mirroring device for your digital drawing. Or if you're drawing on a pad, and you're recording your computer screen. I don't know how you're doing it, but like you can do digital art on your computer. You can do it on a tablet. You use your computer and mouse, even better. So that makes it super easy. So if you're nervous to show your face on stream, what you could do is have the camera focused on your hand. So you have a section of your stream that's your computer screen, and then you show what your hand's actually doing. Not exactly needed, though. I think with digital art, it's more important to show what you're creating, and that's where the focus is going to be, as opposed to a focus on you as the streamer. Minecraft definitely has the same vibe. Minecraft videos, I don't watch Minecraft videos with people in them. I watch Minecraft videos of this is how you do what the thing that you're doing. I don't care if the person's in them or not. I want to see the blocks placed. I want to see the technique. So I think Minecraft and art specifically, you're fine without a webcam. Although, Lex, I do gotta say, if you do digital art, my DMs are open. I'd love to see what you're doing. I am always looking for people who could do thumbnails better than myself, who have more of a graphic artist inclination. And I want my channel to grow so that I can afford to pay people a significant amount of money for those services. But that's dependent on my channel growing. Right now, I'm too small to be able to afford to pay on to pay somebody to do all of my thumbnails for my videos. But if I can get a good template form going with my thumbnails, I think I'll be in better shape and do better. Because right now my videos don't look very aesthetically pleasing to the thumbnail side. The actual video is pretty decent. Mr. Turtles is thinking about getting into some Switch gaming content. Would you need to modify your Switch to use a capture card? Absolutely not. As long as you got a laptop, as long as you got a laptop, you can get an Elgato HD 60S, and you play your Switch in docked mode, and it'll capture your game on its way to the TV. So I actually don't play my Switch on the TV or in handheld mode. I am always having it docked and ready to record. So I watch my Switch gameplay through my computer screen, through my Streamlabs stream client. As long as it's got like 4 to 8, I'd say 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's got an i5 and it's newer than 2018. You'll be in good shape. Additionally, one moment. Again, as long as you got like an i5 and some degree of RAM, this USB device right here is a HDMI to USB device. Goes in a USB 3.0 slot. 20 bucks at Walmart, and you could be on your way to streaming some Switch content. It's actually, I have a Elgato 4K capture card and an Elgato HD 60 S Plus. The 4K card goes directly in my PC unit as a PCI Express slot, and that's how I get my good stuff. And then I have the HD 60 S Plus, which is what I started out with. And I have 2 of those Vivitar USB devices. That's how I'm able to record on my Giratina hunt that I've done. I was shiny hunting 4 Giratinas at one time. I was using 4 Switch devices at one time to hunt the Giratina. You just upgraded the RAM to 8 gigabytes, and you have an i5 and one of the higher end graphic cards. Yeah, you should do fine. Yeah, you could definitely record some Switch gameplay with that. 20 bucks extra, and you got yourself a capture card device. It's pretty easy to use, plug and play, you're good to go. There's no way that Mudkip's gonna wipe out 9 HP, right? Oh, that was close. Oh, there you go, Mr. Twirls. Should do nicely. Like how you're sitting here thinking it's midnight. It's not. It's 3 a.m. Hey, when the vibes are hitting, the vibes are hitting. It's the vibes and you being unaware of time. Yeah, I can get that. Kind of want to make some videos. Yeah, Mr. Twirls. Like honestly, you would be doing well to make videos first. Just because when you first start out streaming, you're not really going to have anybody to stream to. And it's going to be very struggle bus to get going. Like I initially started streaming on Twitch because I couldn't stream on YouTube, and then I'd upload the videos to YouTube. Took me a while to get to a point where I could stream on YouTube, and when I was streaming to like 3 people at any given time, and it was demoralizing to say the least. One thing that I can say and give advice and guidance on is consistency, schedule, and length. From what I have understood with streaming specifically, 4 hours is going to be your ideal window. Consistency, so whatever the schedule is, it needs to be the same every single time without deviation. And then you need to do it over a long period of time, and then YouTube will pick up some slack for you. As far as videos, release schedule at a peak viewing time for your target audience, which is going to take some research and time to figure out. For example, the best time to stream Pokemon content seems to be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Like, those streams do the best. And I think it's because you get a lot of people who are at work and are able to idly be on YouTube while at work, and so they're sitting there while at work watching and having some entertainment value while getting work done, which is super great. You would think weekends would be great, but because there's so many people streaming on the weekends and on the evenings, it's usually not a good time to stream. You probably could, Lex. Like, there is a lot of work that goes into it. Absolutely. Like, streaming and content creating isn't just showing up and playing video games and having a good time. Like, especially starting out initially, and I am even still in this cusp of I am popular enough that I need to put in a lot of work, but not popular enough that I can afford to pay somebody to help me with it. Like, it is a very interesting place to be. Like, I feel like in another 10,000 subscribers, I could be there where I have either a graphical artist that's doing my thumbnails for me, or I have a video editor. One of the two. 10,000 more, I could probably afford to make that happen. To get somebody who knows my editing style desires and who knows how I'd like my videos done, or who knows how I want my thumbnails to look and can do it for me. But that all comes with time. Until you get to that point, you are your marketer, you are your project planner, you are your laborer, you are your actor, you are your editor, you are your graphical artist, you are your legal team. Like, you are a one-man jack of all trades. And it's just a lot of small things you need to learn over a long period of time, but also simultaneously very quickly. Oop. The save file is corrupted. That's right. It's supposed to be. You figure it's easier thing for you than a traditional job due to injury? Yeah, it could be. Especially if you like doing art, you could classify it as a job. Okay. I done messed up my save file again, so 7-minute encounter, here we come. Also, welcome to the stream, guys. Glad to see that the YouTube algorithm is still promoting the stream. We had a huge hiccup earlier on in the stream where we had to end it and then resume it. I thought that was going to be the end of it. I didn't think we'd get 35 people hanging out in the chat, hanging out, watching the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Love to see it. Love to chat with you guys, get to know you all, see who you are and what you're all about. We're shiny hunting Jirachi today. Typically, as this shows on the screen, you have to create a new save file every single time you want to get a Jirachi. And then you can check to see if it's shiny. Then you would create a new save file, rinse and repeat. We are doing the save corruption method. So we are deleting part of the save file to force a reload of the save file before a time where we had Jirachi. So pretty technical stuff, really fun to do as well. And I would love to explain how that all works in real time as we're doing it when we get to that point. So if you're still here, in about 6 minutes, we're gonna have an explanation on why this works the way that it works and how it works the way that it works. And I love explaining it. So if you're new to the stream and you're new to shiny hunting Jirachi, stick around. We'd love to have you. Slap that like button, subscribe to the channel for more Jirachi shiny hunting. We're not doing a lot of finding. These do take a long time to the encounters for, but we have a pretty good conversation about life, anime, streaming, music, TV shows, and of course Pokemon while we're looking for this red Jirachi. Been at it 80 hours at this point, almost 81 hours, and we're only 1,336 encounters into it. These encounters go so slow. So slow. But it's also been a fun time, so I can't complain too much. About every 10 to 20 encounters, I have to do the long method because I screw up my save files. But occasionally, I get a good run of 60 encounters or so in a row. 9 likes, Mr. World. Awesome, glad to hear it. We love to see the likes coming in. Lex has dabbled with a bunch of different things, some video editing, art stuff, game and technology stuff, and extremely animated. Someday, you want to make a PNG tuber thing. Ooh, like a VTuber? I almost paid somebody to make a VTuber avatar for my second channel. that is no longer monetized because I don't put any work into it, apparently. I just haven't uploaded a video in like a year and a half, so it kind of died, but that's okay. I can revitalize it, I'm sure. A PNG tuber is a good start. A lot of traction can be gained from that. Yeah, and it doesn't, typically they don't take long. True that, true that. What reset was the one? I think it was around 831, something like that. What do you mean, Wiss? What reset was the one what? Like the one we think might have been shiny, but I never checked on it, so we will never know. I feel like that was closer to around like 200 and some change. Oh yeah. Follow a reference. I actually had initially I sent out a request to somebody on Fiverr to draw an avatar for me. I've actually had them do it a few times. And I went in and took that avatar PNG and manipulated it so that I could, like, you know, do hand motions and things like that. Nothing too crazy, but similar effect there. Alright, let's go stomp me, because apparently my phraseology of that was super funny the other day. Yeah, it feels like it's been so recent that it was probably 800, but no, it was actually like all the way back at the 200 encounter range that I feel like I might have missed a encounter. That was so long ago. Oh my gosh, Lex. Yeah, not that bad. More like stomped into the dirt. A little bit softer. We're not going in that hard. I feel like it was around the 200 range. It was definitely before I started keeping track of how many hours I put into this. You've entered the smooth brain phase. Not sure exactly what that is, but if it's anything like the 3 in the morning conversations that you can have that are like super deep but really stupid at the same time, I love entering that state of tired. What's not a good thing? He can't even think? Ooh. Well, that's not good. Since becoming an adult, you're in bed at 9 p.m. See, I should be responsible and do that same thing. Like, the second my kid goes to bed, I should go to bed. Usually, my wife works 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I have a habit of staying up at least until 10 p.m., like always until 10 p.m. to see her when she gets home. But then we make dinner and I eat and go to bed. We usually get in bed about midnight. And I'm up at like 6:30 in the morning to go to my banking job. I should really stop that. Also, can I just say, like, I struggled for probably 5 to 7 months to go from 19,000 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers, but we hit 20 and have just still continued to climb daily. And I'm just left going, what is going on? Love the growth. Don't really know how to explain why it's happening, but I'm so glad it is, because we need to hit 30K this year, and we're 4 months behind schedule at this point. You're always getting 2 to 4 hours of sleep every night because you always wake up at 5 to go work out and get ready for work. Oh, Mr. Twirtles, I don't know how you do it. If I get less than 5 hours of sleep, I am dead. If I get more than 6.5 hours of sleep, I'm dead. Like, if I hit 6.5 hours of sleep, I have to get 9 or I'm toast. You love when you enter the 3 a.m. phase of being up. Your mom caught you sitting on with your eyes open and responding to her, and you have no memory of it. That's pretty awesome. All right, I promised you guys an explanation. So if you're still here, thanks for still waiting out and sticking around this long. So I got to Professor Birch, I got the Pokedex, I saved because I'm now able to get Celebi. Or Celebi, I wish. We're able to get Jirachi. We're hunting Jirachi here. So I'm gonna pop over to my GameCube game, the Jirachi bonus disc, make sure it's ready to send a Jirachi to me. And it is now ready. So I'm going to reset. How this works is I saved on save state A because it's a new file, brand new cartridge, all that fun stuff. I saved on save cartridge or on save slot A. What this Jirachi did was copied save file A to save file B and gave it a Jirachi. Save file B is now the most recent save, so it is going to load that save when I turn on the game. So now I have a save file with Jirachi in it. So we're going to check it. It's not shiny, so we're going to reset. Now, normally I would have to select new game and start the process over again, but because we can corrupt the save file by deleting the save file and immediately hitting reset, so like I'm going to press A for yes and then reset. Clear your save data, please wait, reset. What it does is it deletes the most recent save file first, but because we turned off in the middle of the delete, it corrupted the save file. The Pokemon game does not like this, so it says, hey, the save file is corrupt. We're loading the backup save file, which was before I had the Jirachi. So we're able to load it up. But now, we are on the wrong save state. We need to create a backup save file. Okay, so this one is now my current save file. We fixed the corruption here, but because we are now on save state B, we need to save again to get back to save state A. Because the Jirachi disc will only give us a Jirachi on save state B. So now that we saved a second time, we're back on save state A. We gotta get the disk ready again. And then we'll give us another Jirachi. It'll copy save state A over to B and give us the Jirachi for us to check. Mr. Turtle's wish. They had some sleep aids. I don't know how I feel about taking those ones myself. Like, I feel like I'd just be too far out if I took those. It's a catch-22. I'm guessing it's me getting 3 hours of sleep every night in high school, and probably also in college. You used to get 2 every night, so you got sleep aids. Now you've been sleeping solid 8. Ooh, that's wonderful. Sleeping 8 hours a day, very nice. You're curious what I'm going for? What do you mean, Lex? It's like, I am going for a shiny Jirachi. I'm going for 100,000 subscribers. Going for that YouTube play button. Making the trek, making the journey, making the upward climb. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I think I saved twice. I'm gonna err on the side that I did save twice because it'd be weird if I didn't. But apparently it was not ready. You used my SV bot to get a full SV living dex of shinies. That's what's up. That's what it's there for, honestly. I mean, one of my moderators, Lagia, who occasionally pops up in streams, they went through and used my bot to get an entire Pokemon Home Living Dex collection. And I mean everything. Like every form, every shiny form, every special event Pokemon, every Ribbon Master they could think of. Like, they did the works. Lex is in the process of getting a GED so he can go to college and be an art therapist or a therapist in general. Very nice. That's what's up. Being productive and stuff. I'm doing a coding course for Java, and I have to do an assignment that I've put off for 3 weeks. And I also have to do a final tomorrow. Eddie, welcome to the stream. How are you this evening, morning, or night? It's really, really late for me, myself. Did I corrupt my save file again? Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. I can't believe, like, 2 times in a row I've messed up my save file. This makes for some very long save resets, not gonna lie. It's night here, you're panicking too. Finals? Yeah, I reside in the US. Middle of nowhere, Idaho. And yeah, Eddie, married, 2 kids. Well, one and one that's due to come out of the oven in 7 weeks. Been married for about 4, almost 5 years. 2019. Almost 5 years. Idaho potatoes, yep. Definitely a lot of those floating around in the backyard. Plenty of potatoes to be had here. No worries, Eddie. No worries. The irony of the situation is that I'm so used to it. Very interesting, but yeah. I'm very much used to it. And not bothered by it at all. It's whatever. Lex, yes, it absolutely is true. They did drop a giant potato for New Year's. It was amazing. I can't remember if it was Idaho Falls that did it or somewhere else. Maybe it was at Boise, I don't know. But yes, they did. They dropped a potato for the ball. Well, thank you, Eddie. Thank you. And apparently I also look way younger than I actually am. So that's also a bonus too. We have a few older ladies at my work, and they are always like, we've hired a few new ones as well, and they're super shocked that like me and 2 other people are on the cusp of 30. I'm like, you guys still look like babies. What's going on? Lex has baby face syndrome. You keep getting told you look like you're 16 in your early 20s. It happens. But when next stream? It might be tomorrow. Depends on how easily I'm able to get my assignments done. But for sure Monday night at 11:59 p.m. Earlier for lucky. And Eddie and Mr. Twirtles, I was going to say, I can't say orientation for sure, but what I can say is definitely into guys, because Eddie is way too genuine about everything that they've said. Like, I've not got one hint of sarcasm, maliciousness, otherwise, or insincerity in their comments. Just way too upbeat and positive to not be genuine. You're thinking that I'm 28? I'm actually 30. And Brascoin is deaf, right? Love it. Love it. I am. Age reveal. You heard it here first. 30 years old. One of the last of the millennials. Look at most 25. Yep. Imagine if I shaved the rest of this off. I legit go down to like 22 if I shave everything. She thought I had 14. I hope not. I mean, I had my kid at like 12, and that wouldn't be cool. That would suck. Ooh, your capstone. Gross. Have 0 pages done. Well, actually 26 pages complete, but stressing. Oh, wow. So, capstone. With it being an essay, I'm inclined to say that you're either doing history or English or a doctorate. But I don't think we're at doctorate yet, so I'm going to say English or history. The only time I've heard capstone is in reference to programming, but I don't know why there'd be an essay involved in programming. You knew late 20s because I have a kid and one on the way? Yep, that math checks out. Can't fault you there. I mean, maybe capstone's just a fancy word for the ultimate final. The final. Yeah. I'm really not stressing too bad about my final. or my assignment, like, I should be able to get it done in 3 hours. It sucks to learn, but it really isn't that complex what I'm doing with Java. I just have to do Spring Boot and build a database with it. So it's not really too bad. See, with the TISM, you literally have such a hard time telling ages, as you don't want people to be mad if you're wrong. People are judgy about ages. Yeah. I can understand that, Lex. And it's definitely something that people get touchy on. But I too don't get why. Like, it's like, okay, cool. You're wrong about an age. Like, it's whatever to me. Actually, in the mental health field for psychology, that makes a lot more sense. I could understand that when having a wordy, lengthy essay. But at 26 pages, you're no longer writing an essay. That's a novella. Mr. Twirtles, I don't know why, but I am inclined to say you're 27. Isn't it always super great when a kid asks, "Are you pregnant?" Slightly younger? Okay, okay. "130 to 180 pages. That is a freaking book. That is who's going to grade that? Like, honestly, who has the time? Who can grade 180 pages of that? That's just impressive. Like, I don't even think I could stay on the same topic for 180 pages. "25, had your son when you were 22. Not a bad age. Had a little fun before having a huge amount of responsibility. Yeah, there's just... I mean, there was an increase in responsibility when I got married, definitely, for sure. Can't dispute or argue with that. But having a kid is just a whole nother world of, like, responsibility to worry about. And I'm wondering what's going to happen when we add a mortgage into the mix in the future. Because, like, then there's that you got to worry about as well. But, like, just waking up every day knowing that you're responsible for taking care of solely a whole other human. Like, your spouse, your partner, you both wake up, you take care of yourselves, you take care of each other, and you go on your merry way. But, like, knowing that there is a whole other freaking human that cannot survive without you it does things to your brain that never get undone. We started working on it since a year ago. Oh, wow. Sister had your niece when she was in her 20s. You're a little kid yourself, but it's been cool to watch your niece grow. Oh wow, there you go. We're moving on up. We got 20,165 subscribers. We're getting ever closer. One day, it'll say 100,000 subscribers. It won't be soon, but one day. We'll keep our sights set high and our hopes bright. And we've officially hit the 2-hour mark because a stream dumped on us earlier, so I'm going to upgrade my hours to 81 hours. Boom, gorgeous, done, love it. Where are we at here? Okay, relax, reset. Welcome on in to the stream, everybody. Scrolling through YouTube shorts on your doom scroll as you wind down for the night, probably. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to lurk, join the chat, let us know how you're doing, what you're playing, what you're shiny hunting, if you are. How many subs do I think I will have at the end of the month? Before I answer that, I got to get a piece of information here. Error, save file corrupted. Why is the save file corrupted though? Eddie, Spaghetti, you have a great night. We'll see you later. Analytics. Top videos. 151 there. Three. Can I search this by subscribers? Content. Okay, so in the last 28 days, I've gotten 186 subscribers from live streaming alone. So I would say I could, through subscribers, through videos, I could reasonably expect to be at about 20,300 by the end of the month, I think. Maybe 20,400 if we're lucky. At the end of the month. If the 26 people viewing all subscribe right now, we'll definitely be a lot closer to the 20,400 range, definitely. part. Mewtwo, welcome to the chat. How are you today? One of the best legendaries ever has entered the chat. You wish you had pizza rolls? Don't drive and the dollar store isn't open. That is extremely unfortunate. Uber Eats. Not gonna work either because they don't go to Walmart for you. And Walmart's OGP department's closed, so you can't get Spark Driver to deliver it. That and most Walmarts close at 11 anyways, so... You might be able to get a pizza pocket from a gas station or something. Brass, you're pretty sure one of your friends on Discord showed me your bot thing and you just subbed for the bot? I mean, fair. A lot of people did. Of these 20,000 subscribers, I dare say that 17,000 of them are because of the bots specifically. Like, not to sell myself short or anything, but like, I know why most of the people are here. I was at 630 subscribers when I first added the bots. The bots are definitely what got my channel monetized. So, like, I understand the dynamics of my channel a little bit. But, over the last few months, we have increased the amount of people that are here for me and my videos, my streams, and my content. So we're definitely in a good place going forward. I'm focusing a lot of time and attention towards the streaming side of things to build that and get a more stable footing in the hopes that I can become a full-time streamer at some point in the future. I have money for Uber Eats, literally have a penny to your name. I feel that. I feel that, Lex. You subbed because you're chill and got a cool voice. Thank you so much. Get a little bit of melody in there. Aaron Queen, welcome to the chat. Weather in my town was really, really nice today. So nice today. We had a hot dog cookout with the family. Had a lot of outside time. Went and fired off some rounds of a pew pew a couple of times. It was great. Good day. Good day. Wait, Aaron, you were the person that commented on my video about your friend that lives in Pocatello, right? I feel like that was you. This one's gonna be the one. Let's do it. 1344. Let's get it. Anyone could be the one. And I would love it if it is. Haha, awesome. I have yet to check on that chat line because it doesn't ping me for every comment on it, unfortunately. I have to go back and manually find where it was and follow up on that. But like, gotta be real, I'm down for a side quest, because why not? Works at Goody's Pub in Delhi. So, being perfectly honest, I don't live in Pocatello. I just had that location set as my default when I loaded into that Pokemon Go spoofing program, so as to not say exactly where I live. But I have lived in Pocatello before, and I got a few friends that live down in Pocatello, so I do go down there on occasion. So it's like not exactly something that's out of my way by any means. I live like 60 miles away from Pocatello. Lex, that's a solid find right there. Finding Nutty Buddies in your cupboard at 4 in the morning. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Aside from being asleep, maybe, but, you know. Find every place near where Brass said in a 60-mile radius. It's probably one of the few black guys there. Every house. Mr. Turtles is on a mission. He's gonna dox me. It's like, I already think my location has been, like, revealed on several streams. But it's not something like that gets intentionally revealed. It's kind of just like a bonus. If you were there, you know. If not, oh well, type thing. Like, I do keep my information hidden for the most part when applicable and possible, but, like, it's not something that I'm worried about, and it's not like the end of the world. I have yet to get recognized in public as Brasscoin, so I don't think I have a whole lot of issues living in the middle of nowhere. You wouldn't make you and my family move. I mean, at this point, I kind of want to move, so, like, a reason's not terrible. I'm trying to convince my wife Texas is a great place to live. Moving sucks so bad, though. You're right, Lex. You moved out 8 months ago today from your mom's house on your own. It's an important step, good step. You don't really know Pokemon like me. You're 36, so you grew up with it, but grew out of it when Pokemon Go came out. That was really cool. Except it didn't work that well at all to start. Yeah, I get that. Aaron, you're actually my brother's age. So you were the age group that played Pokemon, grew out of it because in high school, like, you were a loser if you liked Pokemon. You know, you couldn't like Pokemon in high school, whereas the extra 5 years difference to my age range is I didn't grow out of it. I stayed with it the entire time. And then, like, everybody got to college and then, like, Pokemon was cool again. So it's very wild how that whole thing worked. But Yeah, Pokemon's great. Always loved it. Hope to always love it, because I'd hate to see it take a turn that I dislike, but... And please come down to Texas 5 move. I would love to. I've lived in Texas for 2 years before. It was definitely a great place to live. And I lived in like the West Texas area. I spent some time in Amarillo. I spent some time in Lubbock. I spent some time in Midland. Just bumming around. It was great. You learned so much. Why didn't anyone teach you taxes? If you ask all the uber rich people like Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's because they don't want you to be rich. They want you to be dependent. That's more of, you know, a conspiracy side of things, but if they teach you how to do taxes effectively, they're going to be teaching you something that ever changes. That'll be different curriculum year to year, because taxes change so much and so drastically year to year. If they teach you taxes and how to do them effectively, they'll teach you how to not owe the government money, and the government doesn't want that. If they teach you how to do taxes and do them effectively, not only are you not owing the government money year after year, you're getting money back from them if you're good, and you will usually end up making more money to become rich, and then thereby not need to follow their malarkey. So like, our public education is not designed to train us to be independent anymore. Like, I've personally read pretty much all of Rich Dad Poor Dad's books, some Dave Ramsey stuff and all that, and me and my wife are coming out of the struggle point, if you will. We're starting to get that decent savings to buy a house and all that fun stuff. And the YouTube channel has actually been a huge help. Because what the YouTube channel allows is me to run it as a business, which gets really good tax write-offs. You get a bonus for having a business. And by bonus, I mean you get taxed. You get to claim different things that lower your overall tax necessity. Overall, just a good thing all the way around. And Aaron Queen says, just did an RV trip to Texas. You're in Los Angeles and hit up several national parks. Aaron, did you hit up Palo Duro? That's my question. Wiss is feeling sleepy. Mr. Twirtles, have you already gone to college and got a degree? Didn't go there. Palo Duro Canyon's pretty cool. I think it's like this. It's the second largest canyon in the United States and the third largest in the world. You make a lot of money from investing and your job alone, so you can afford it. I mean, if you like going to school, why not? For the most part, I think degrees don't really matter as much these days because you can learn anything you need to do a job from YouTube, basically. And it seems like employers are making a switch towards, do you know how to do the job? Great, cool, don't care about your credentials. Not everywhere, and of course it's still very applicable in a lot of fields, but for the most part, like, programming you definitely don't need to go to school for. They're going to look at see what you did and what you've coded and answer their interview questions and give you a job based on that. Just to get a better job in your field. Yeah, that could work. Based on that, I would assume you're in either history or education for a field, or social work. I think you said social work earlier. Maybe that, yeah, you said, no, that was somebody else. Who was that? Was that Eddie that said that? Yeah, Eddie's doing psychology. Engineer. Ah, yes, that would also make sense. Because for the next position in the company you're at, you need your next degree. Hey, if the payout's worth the time spent learning, by all means. Went to some cactus place in Arizona. Calabasas Caverns. Went to White Sands, Rio Grande River, Alamo, Laredo. Your brother plans and stuff, you just go. Fair enough. That's awesome. I don't think I could get my brother to leave the state of Idaho. But when I did go to Texas, I did prank my brother pretty good. I went across the border into Juarez. 0 out of 10, don't recommend, super sketch, but I called him from across the border and said, hey, can you send me some money so I can get a hotel while mom sends us our passports? Like, we forgot our passports, they let us across without them, and they won't let us back in. Oh, my brother lost it. It was so great. It was like, yeah, let me go to the bank and start a transfer for you. It was epic. It's a great story. I love it too. I think the best part about that story for me is how easily it could have been true. Went to Pocatello once to visit your friend there. Aaron, I'm so sorry you had to see that part of Idaho. Like, Pocatello is the armpit of Idaho. I personally hated living there with a passion. Extra money isn't usually a need, but it's always nice to have, especially if you're like already in a financially great place. And that's the key, right? Like, and that's what a lot of these Rich Dad Poor Dad books, and Dave Ramsey specifically, have like taught me personally, is if you suck with money, more money is not the answer. It will not solve your problems. If you are struggling, it could solve your problems. Like, if you're just struggling with money, like, you're your expenditures are this and you're living a very meager lifestyle, extra money will always help with that one. But like if you're already good with your money with where you're at and you're saving and doing that, extra money is just going to make it so that you can hit that level of FU with everything a lot sooner. You know, you're secure in your retirement. You could retire early. I would say, you know, if you have the ability to get extra money, definitely do it. Like, do you need it? No. Is it going to improve the quality of life? Yeah. Is it going to make it so you can retire a little bit earlier if you do it right? Absolutely. Cowabunga. Why not? Think you will go for your little man? Miss part of his life because you're studying at school? I mean, with your next degree, like, I imagine once you get 2 degrees, your next degree is only a few classes away, right? So, like, you could probably have your next degree in like a year or 2 tops, right? Why man out here throwing some factos? Because this man over here is trying to get his crap together as fast as possible and make it to the dividend yielding years. That's where me and my wife are at, guys. We don't have debt. Like, I might have a little student loans, but not much. Not as much as a lot of people. But our cars are paid off. We live in an apartment. We're saving some money. We're just trying to get enough of a down payment to get a house. We have a baby coming up here in just 7 short weeks. We saved up enough to pay off baby's medical bills when that time comes. We've saved up enough to cover my time off of work, and we're still, you know, getting that down payment together. So we're doing pretty all right. In our case, extra money on a paycheck is definitely a need because we want to get the house faster. And I am almost to the point where I can work from home. I'm just gonna go next semester, though 4 years is 4 years for that. Wouldn't credits transfer from your initial 2 degrees, though, making the credit load less for what you need? Oh, yeah, dude. That's a good paycheck. That's pretty nice. That's a nice clean number. I think it would take me 7 years to make that much. Oh, I gotcha. I don't have any fancy credit cards by any means. None that have those epic point deals or anything. Me and my wife just don't spend enough to get the full redemption out of them. But believe you me, when we actually get our house, I think we could justify getting a credit card for that. Not for the house, of course, but get a credit card and make the house payments using the credit card. Yeah, the built card. Absolutely. And there are some banks that do. For example, I work at a credit union, and they use a point of sale machine that will accept a credit card to make a payment. They don't like to do it, but it can be done. They really don't like using debt to pay debt. But it's done right, it can be done. How do you navigate the monthly fees for those, Aaron? Or not the monthly, but the yearly annual fees. Do you, I mean, I assume at that point you pay for them in points and probably have some point transfer shenanigans going on that kind of help with that, right? Oh, gotcha. Well, that's pretty cool. It's like I think I've gotten offers for pretty much all of those cards. Your family pushed you into insanity and not college. Oh man, that's an interesting way of putting that. Can't do many jobs due to an injury, and it's best for you to do a sit-down job. I highly recommend working at credit unions. Ooh. Start with 2 freedom cards. No annual fees. Only have to spend like 1,500 in 3 months to get 200 in points. Save the points. It's like, I'm thinking $1,500. Could easily do that with medical bills. Little question, when am I ending the stream? That is a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. Typically, I would be ending it in like 11 minutes, but I'm kind of vibing. Yeah, with my job, I am super close to being able to work from home. Like, we're just waiting on laptops at this juncture. The whole point of credit cards is to accumulate points for travel, vacation. Don't pay interest. Don't use points for cashback. Wise words. In that case, you're going to get some sleep. Hey, Wiss, you have a wonderful night. It's like, outside of medical bills, like, I don't think I could spend $1,500 in 3 months. At least not without incurring the card processing fees for paying my bills with the card. The amount you spend in groceries in a month is like $400 to $600. We try to keep ours at about $400 a month. And since we're married, we can do the 2-player game. What is the 2-player game? Oh wow, Lex, that's kind of rough. Got a roommate mooching off ya. The 2P game and credit cards is basically you refer her to a card so you get extra points when she completes the minimum spend requirement for the sign-up bonus. Oh, I gotcha, I gotcha. Yeah, that is pretty smart. Gotta practice a bit of your JavaScript skills, Mr. Twirtles, because they're getting a bit rusty and you're not using it much. Well, Mr. Twirtles, if you need some practice, I have a Java coding final that needs done. It is using MySQL, dbeaver, and Spring Boot to do a database inquiry. It's got about 13,000 in the bank. Account statements. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the most I've done is the rewards points cards through my credit union. Pay with those. But I don't think those earn the same kind of points that your big game credit cards are earning by any means. That's not your level of knowledge at the moment. You need some practice. If it makes you feel any better, it's not my level of knowledge at the moment either. You also have her card info and PIN, which surprises you why she's so trusting. Yeah, I could never have anybody know my card number or PIN. Oh gosh dang it. We have another 7-minute encounter, guys. Love that for me. Don't need to use JavaScript much if all for work. It's just needed in a job description. Don't you hate that? Hey, you need this skill, but you're never going to use it. Why do I have so many of these handheld game devices behind me? Well, so when I first was starting out YouTube, I got like 600 and some odd subscribers and just was struggling to get it to 1,000. I was doing general Nintendo content at the time. When I discovered trade bots. So those switches are sysbots or trade bots. They are set on a program connects to the Switch to automatically trade out Pokemon that I choose. And when I originally got my first Pokebot, it was as a bonus for my current subscribers. Like, hey, you want to get some, free Pokemon, some past events, all that fun stuff. You can get them here just as a thank you for subscribing to the channel. Well, they blew up. They got a lot of traction really fast, and I had a lot of people donate money to the streams, to the channel, to buy more of them to facilitate a wider audience. Each one of those switches is its own Pokebot or Sysbot that's trading out a Pokemon using a specific code. So once a week I will do, usually once a week I will do a video saying, hey, these are the Pokemon that these bots are going to be giving out. here are some trade codes you can use to get them, and you can receive them and have fun with them. So that's what all of those are doing. There's 15 of them in total. Oh yeah, I think you were talking about that the other night. You learned it for no reason, as well as the freaking company having to switch to Blender. Yeah, because it was for 3D like CAD images and stuff, right? Not for Pokemon Go. Some of them are for Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Others are for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I had a Let's Go Pikachu Eevee bot for a minute. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. They evolve and grow as the games come out. I'm sure I'll have some Legends ZA bots at some point. Tex Tech, welcome. Only know Pokemon Blue, Red, Yellow, and Gold. Yep. I mean, those are the real ones that matter anyways, right? Thanks, Tech, for the luck. We try. We're hunting, we're grinding, we're searching for that red Jirachi, and it's being very elusive. The hour count on this is getting quite absurd. I want to say this is my longest hunt to date time-wise. It's not encounter-wise, but time-wise, it's definitely the longest. You hate having to relearn stuff because it's required, except for Blender. You've never used that before. Blender's a beast. I love Blender, but I hate learning how to do stuff in Blender. Once I know how to do stuff in Blender, Blender's like wonderful and amazing to use. Guys, thanks for the luck. You've been shiny hunting Torchic. What game? Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. What one you hunting on? You remember how your brother would have you walk in the grass on the Game Boy, and when you found Pikachu, you'd have to give him the Game Boy? Yeah, I can see that happening. The Hearts of Luck are incoming, definitely. Spirit just found my channel. How does Jirachi hunting work? Can't you just reset hunt? Kind of, sort of, but not really. So I was using the save corruption method to do better resets. Jirachi for this bonus disc, Wishmaker Jirachi as it is, you can get one per save file. So normally you would have a 7 to 10 minute encounter reset in the save file, but with save corruption, you can get one every minute and a half by reverting back to a different save file. Unfortunately, sometimes my save file gets deleted and I have to do the 10-minute encounter. Hunting it in Emerald. There you go. That's what's up. Are you RNG manipulating it, Spirit? Because if you're not, you're never going to find it. Why not just use Pokemon Channel Jirachi? You can do it as many times as you like. Pokemon Channel Jirachi also requires one Jirachi per save file, and you have to do the same save corruption. The only difference Pokemon Channel Jirachi versus Wishmaker Jirachi provides really is it gives you a wider array of Pokemon. So like there are only 9 possible shiny Wishmaker Jirachis I can get, but the odds are 1 out of every 7,282. With Pokemon Channel, there's like over 160,000 possible shiny Jirachis you can get. So definitely a wider variety. But the process is still very much the same. Difference is, on Ruby and Sapphire, on Pokemon Channel, I have to beat the entire game first. And if I screw up my save somehow, that's a big, big reset time. Hey, see you, Lex. Have a great night. You just know the first 151 Pokemon. You know some of the second set. I think I can name like the first 36 Pokemon in a chronological order, so that's pretty cool. Pretty sure setting the time, date, and location can change shiny odds. Not sure though. So what the name, gameplay time, and gender do is set the seed initially. And yes, you can get some RNG manipulation going on with shiny Jirachi. You absolutely can RNG manipulate this Jirachi, but it requires 3 frame perfect button presses, and I'm not to that level of desperation yet. If I hit full odds on this Jirachi, I am definitely going to be looking at RNG manipulating it from here on out. But yes, if I choose the information correctly, I could RNG manipulate this. Yeah. 1,400 resets would be insane if having to beat the game first. At that point, I would have to create a backup save using an R4 card just to make sure I don't have to beat the game every time I screw up. But yeah, that would be a wild, wild hunt. Do I know how to slice in a good old game of tennis? Kind of. Aaron Queen, you remember buying Pokemon cards that your brother collected for first whole set? Ooh, that's very nice. Charizard and Imposter Professor Oak. Those are some old cards. At least I'm not on Gen 4 trying to shiny hunt Manaphy. Rob, that is actually my very next hunt after this one, ironically enough. We are trying to get all of the mythical shiny Pokemon that can be obtained before any whisper of bank shutting down happens. But yes, I am also going to be shiny hunting Manaphy. And Manaphy is a beast of a hunt as well. Fastest you can do Manaphy on average is 7 minutes per encounter. Manaphy is a beast. Jirachi used to be the most tedious and hard shiny to hunt, but because they discovered the save manipulation method, the save corruption method, Manaphy is now the hardest and most tedious mythical Pokemon, or Pokemon in general, to hunt, barring a specific Spinda pattern that you want. You spent over 10K on Pokemon cards. All the money comes from birthday money, gifts. I believe it. You can easily rack up a lot of money buying Pokemon cards. They're quite spendy. I too collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards in middle school. Yu-Gi-Oh was legit. Yu-Gi-Oh was so cool. I ran a Kaiba Joey crossover deck where I used some later cards with Red Eyes Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon so much faster. And then I would just send my entire team to the graveyard to get some stat bonuses. It was great. You remember getting this shiny and could not sleep for the next 3 days? That's kind of unfortunate. Sleep's important. You're more of a trap card kid. You've activated my trap card. You fools. That's awesome. Had a lot of different cards. Types of cards, majority. Had no clue what they were, how you got them. Oh yeah, Blue Eyes is so underpowered now. Synchronization monsters where you can have a 7,000 attack monster in 2 turns is absurd. And there's like even more powerful stuff than that now. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Never really solved the power creep problem. Never really learned the cards. It was a fun game. I actually made quite a bit of money buying and selling Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards back in the day. Surfing to the truck, using strength to try and move it. Yep. Just gotta make sure I save twice so I don't screw myself over for the 5th time this stream. Mr. Turtles, you have a great night. I'm thinking I myself need to head out too. It's late, so late. And my baby is probably gonna wake up at 7 in the morning, which is like in 5 hours. So I will be his sole caretaker tomorrow, and I will probably be sleeping on his floor while he plays. Yeah, I'm actually past my streaming time as of right now. But I'm going to be doing one more encounter unless it's a 10-minute encounter. So this one will be the last encounter for the evening. You gave him 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. He lost it at school the next day. Aaron, that is terrible news. Tex Tech, I am in the middle of nowhere, Idaho. However, I did live in Texas, pretty close to Texas Tech for 2 years. I lived and spent some good time in Amarillo. And in Sweetwater, Texas, and in Midland, and in Lubbock. I lived in Lubbock for about 2 months. Well, we'll be glad to have you. Tex, it's actually not that absurd of a question. I do live in Idaho. And that is a very prominent religion in Idaho. So, like, the question isn't that far of a leap, stretch, or absurd or out of line or anything. Like, it's kind of a logical conclusion to reach, given my demographic. That and just the general fact that if you know anything about Mormons, there is a I did mention I lived in Texas for 2 years, which is another indicator, because Mormons or people of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints go on a mission for 2 years, and they don't choose where they go, but they go and serve a mission for 2 years. So it is a very logical conclusion to arrive at, given my region, the fact that I lived in a state for 2 years, specifically 2 years, and moved around in that state a couple times. So, and the answer to your question, Aaron, is yes. Yes, I am. Have not practiced in quite a long time, unfortunately, but I am. Texas is where that guy went, the fundamentalist. Not sure what that one means, Aaron. Oh, wait. What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? I think I know who you're talking about. Which is actually not the same religion. Because, yeah, you did place the fundamentalist in front of there. But, yeah, wild stuff. Come to think of it, there are a few indicators on my channel. You shiny hunted a Lunala in Sword Shield. That does not sound fun. But maybe that's because I'm not a big Lunala fan myself. But Idaho is home to the Killdozer. Why have I not heard of that term before? But like, not sure what that means. You got it for your Gen 8 shiny decks. Very nice. Ruby Ridge. That sounds more familiar. Tech, I got a long ways to go to finish all my stuff. I have 5 shiny hunts to do, all prior to Gen 8. 1 on Gen 3, 1 on Gen 4, 2 on Gen 7, and 1 on Gen 2. Oh, where is it? There we go. Currently on Solgaleo and just can't get it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Ruby Ridge is actually Colorado. At least I think it's in Colorado. I think it's also on an episode of Criminal Minds. Like, I think they send Rozzy in to, like, try and talk the guys down. The Skinny Partner Canada. That's probably why I've never heard of it. I have no idea what's up there. Oh gosh, come on. I need to reset that so bad. This went from Pokemon to criminal stuff real fast. Okay. So, I officially jacked up my save file again, resetting too quickly. So, I will not be doing another encounter because I don't have another 7 minutes to just do the same encounter. But, if I can finish my homework again early, there will be another stream tomorrow. I can't say when, but for sure the next stream that will be scheduled is going to be Monday night at 11:59 p.m. We might get here a little bit earlier than that, depending on what I got going on, but plan for, at the latest, 11:59 p.m. Monday night will be the next stream, and we'll catch you guys then.